Andrew Garfield is interested in returning to the role of Spider-Man if the story's right, what are the odds this movie will happen? The return of the Garf Master.
I don't know.
Return to the Garf.
I would love to see it, like Garfield against Venom, Tom Hardy. That would be awesome. Two well acclaimed actors going against each other. That I would love to see that. Garfield, definitely don't want to see a Paul Giamatti Rhino coming back. So I think that might be a part of what he's referring to here. They even make the joke of that in No Way Home. Spoiler alert, but you had to have seen it. It's made over $1.4 billion domestically, whatever, or worldwide. But Andrew Garfield, like, I feel like he's moved on from this. He's more towards the Oscar realm, more towards the acting. Like, I would obviously personally, I do want to see it, but it just seems kind of odd to come back to the character. But if you had to compare the three Spider-Man's love for the character for Spider-Man between Tobey, Andrew, and Tom Holland, he clearly is the one that loves his character the most, and it's not even close. So this is like a situation where you believe it. It just seems kind of odd that he seems like he's gone past this.
Yeah, I agree 100% with like your take on his passion for the character. All you see on social media right now is quotes about him and his adoration for Spider-Man, the actors that played Spider-Man, and how he would be comfortable returning if there was a proper story for Spider-Man. And I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home has given him potentially a second chance at this role he adores and that he has had a passion for since he was a child. So, I mean, I after No Way Home came out, I gave it a 5% chance this movie was going to happen. I'm like moving it up to like a 65% chance that this movie happens now. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And we talked about, like, with Morbius, like, will Tom Holland's Spider-Man see Morbius or whatnot? And like, we have Michael Keaton, like, interacting with Morbius. Venom. We have Kraven the Hunter with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Wow.
Like, all
Garfield and Taylor Johnson.
That's what I'm saying.
Crap.
Garfield interacting with all these other Oscar-nominated, Oscar winners would be amazing. Would be amazing. And I feel like they need to have a Spider-Man there. And if they're not going to have Tom Holland's, this solves the problem. This solves the problem that we've been discussing on this podcast since this podcast inception. This solves it. And I think that as long as Hardy, who loves Venom, and it seems like Circus wants to continue doing Venom movies, as long as they're okay with moving forward, then and you obviously get Garfield, and then Morbius, like, that's coming out in April now. Let's see how that does with Keaton in that as well. This is setting up to be an amazing franchise for Sony outside the MCU.
But do you think Garfield would want to do like three more movies as Spider-Man after his experiences with Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2? Like, do you think he would actually want to devote himself to a franchise when he's coming off probably an Academy Award nomination for Tick, Tick, Boom and potential win? Is he just going to come off that and just say, hey, I'm jumping back into the Spider-Man franchise? That's kind of wild. But I guess if it's what his heart is, he's like a guy who's like very emotional, it looks like, and sensitive. And it feels like he's going to follow what his where his heart is taking him. And it feels like that's with Spider-Man. So I think like Amazing Spider-Man 3, I could see happening, but can I see like him in 3 more projects? That's kind of insane. But like, you see so many other like MCU characters do it, but they just never had the experience like Garfield had previously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'm in the perception that No Way Home was a perfect wrap up to his story. My favorite parts of No Way Home was with him in it, and I think he was clearly the best actor on screen, along with Willem Dafoe and Melina. I think it was a perfect wrap up. I think you should leave it as is. But if he is going to come back, he's probably seen Christian Bale, Cate Blanchett, Ethan Hawke, Oscar Isaac, all these people that are Oscar nominated, well-renowned actors critically coming into the MCU. He's probably thinking, I need to get into the MCU, because he was in the MCU technically. So he's like, I need to get into this project. And with his love of Spider-Man, I could see it happening. And if he does do it, you're playing Spider-Man. You're not coming back for one movie. You're committing to a trilogy. So if he does come back, your expectation is 3 movies, not just one.
If you're playing Spider-Man, like, in you're kind of coming off a long hiatus, you got to expect you're coming back into like the second biggest superhero franchise behind Batman, right? You know, like you're going to get locked in. But
and he's still young, so he could do the movements on like a Tobey.
He's sub 40.
I know, so he could still do all those stunts and everything. Like Tobey, that would be a different issue.
He looks significantly younger than a Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Garfield, that is. Like Maguire, I think like there was a rumor I saw that's going around that like Tobey Maguire is like working on like some type of deal where you return again as like Peter Parker.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I
referring to
don't
a
even think I
little bit
want
there.
to see that. I don't even think
I
I
don't
want to
either.
see that. I think it was perfect where we got him. It was like that piece of nostalgia, but also like that reminder of like what he meant to us. I was just leave it. Just leave it. It was perfect.
And
Garfield, it's like we liked him so much compared to like his portrayal, like not his portrayal, but like what the result was for Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. We liked him so much in No Way Home. We're like, I don't mind seeing that again. I don't mind that. And he's sub 40. He's only 38. So it could line up.
yeah, it definitely could line up. And I would love to see it. He's either got to fully commit to it or just leave No Way Home as it was. Perfect wrap to your story. Perfect ending to it.
I have a question, Ricky Flex. If you had to pick a villain in the Sonyverse for Andrew Garfield to go against in The Amazing Spider-Man 3, who would you pick? So you got like Tom Hardy as Venom,
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven, you have Michael Keaton as Vulture, Jared Leto as Morbius. Holy crap, those are 4 amazing actors.
Yeah, so real quick, like I think it would be interesting to see Jared Leto and Andrew Garfield on the screen at the same time. That would be something.
That would be something.
But like Venom as a character, I feel has to go against Spider-Man. Has to. He's gone through 2 movies. We had it teased to us, like, and that's obviously not going to happen from the post credits. Something has to happen. So that would be the one to see. But to see him next to Jared Leto would be amazing. But also, I'll go from this angle. Michael Keaton going against 2 different Spider-Men. See how they do. That might be the most intriguing
in solo movies, like for different. That'd be cool.
That would probably be my favorite to do. What they should do is Venom. And what would be the coolest would be Jared Leto and Garfield on the screen, if you follow my logic.
I think also like we have the Kraven movie coming with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like that is a character fans have been like clamoring for a decade. They've been wanting to see Kraven the Hunter on screen. I want to see him go against a Spider-Man. And I think it just matches up well in terms of like who Aaron Taylor Johnson is, right? His prestige, his size, his age, like it matches well with Andrew Garfield. I personally, I want to see that alongside Tom Hardy Venom. Tom Hardy Venom, they set a certain tone to that franchise that I don't know matches what the Amazing Spider-Man set. Maybe they want to go for something different. Maybe they want to kind of just shape up like Andrew's like universe a little bit. So it's like, okay, more fits what's Venom's going for. But in terms of like a dark, grittier story, one that's not going to be as lighthearted based on what Venom has brought us with Venom and then Let There Be Carnage, I think I want to see him versus Kraven the Hunter. I think that could be excellent.
How tall do you think Aaron Taylor Johnson is?
6'3".
How tall do you think Andrew Garfield is?
6'1".
Okay. Aaron Taylor Johnson's 5'11".
Whoa.
Andrew Garfield's 5'10".
Ah, perfect.
So Andrew Garfield looks so much taller than that in my eyes because he's so slim.
Slender. You know?
Aaron Taylor Johnson looks shorter than that to me because he's like more fit, like more built. So I think I would love to see like they prop up Kraven a little more, make him even a little taller, and then just physically overpower Spider-Man. Just get to the gym, do the Hugh Jackman Wolverine method, eat 10 steaks a day, and then just have Kraven versus Spider-Man, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Andrew Garfield, have at it. That would be awesome to see.
That would be cool. Yeah,
with the cloak, the orange like tiger coat or whatever, that would be amazing.
Darken it a little bit.
The beard, get a huge beard going.
Comic-y. Yeah, get the beard going. He can grow a good beard too.
Oh, great beard.
Him and Tenet.
Oh, yeah. Great beard.
Great minds think alike, Ricky Flex.
Can never do it.
We could talk about this all day, but we got to move on with the checkup here.